What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Baker's DIY Lifestyle. So in today's video, we are going to be starting an awesome project of my grandpa's 1946 Chevrolet pickup truck. We are going to be taking this thing and giving it just a little bit of a mini restoration so that we can give it to him for Christmas this past year, 2023. And hopefully he will enjoy all of the little upgrades and basically just repairs that we are going to be doing to the truck. So in this video, the one thing we are going to cover is how to properly use Poppy's patina, and if it is in fact worth it on a truck like this. So this truck has been sitting in the garage for many years. It very rarely gets used. Occasionally we'll bring it out for a parade or a car show, but it's probably been 10 years in between the past time that we've done it. And honestly, I want to get this thing fixed up where it is nice enough that we can just take it on a cruise whenever we feel like driving it. But to do that, we're going to have to take a few steps to clean it up. So again, this part is not something that we need to do to make it drive, but I want to bring this thing back to a good shine and make it look maybe even better than how it looked when it got painted back in the 70s. So with that, we're going to start with the first step of the Poppy's patina application. If you guys don't know what this stuff is, if you start searching for parts for your classic car or truck, most likely you're going to see an ad for it at some point. But it looks legit. I've watched a few reviews on it, and everything I've seen so far has been positive, so I'm really excited to try it out. But the first thing you have to do is take Dawn dish soap and a Scotch-Brite pad and go over the entire body to get it scuffed up. Alright guys, so we are at the point where we are getting ready to start our Poppy's patina. And if you guys have not heard of this company, here's what it looks like. You can also order this stuff from Vice Grip Garage too. It is the exact same product, just rebranded for his business. But this stuff, from everything I've been able to tell online, is pretty legit. It's a legitimate clear coat. It's not some kind of snake oil. So we're just gonna wipe it over top of it. We're gonna see if it glosses this bad boy up. Hopefully it does, and I'll be able to give a good review of it. But it's crazy because as soon as I started looking for parts for this truck, this stuff blew up my Instagram and Facebook page. So if you guys are into old cars, if you're searching stuff for old classic trucks, classic cars, you most likely will start seeing ads of Poppy's patina in your Instagram and Facebook feed. So I'll let you know if it is worth it. But the first thing I'm gonna have to do is take the grease and wax remover. We'll go ahead and wipe it across the entire body. We already did the Scotch-Brite wash, which you guys saw, and it did take a ton of blue color off the top of this. So as we were washing it, the soap was turning blue as it was running down the side of the truck, and all of the oxidation came off the top. The paint is nice and smooth now, so we should get a great bond with the clear coat from that Scotch-Brite. But the one thing I am interested to see is if it will cover up the scuff marks from the Scotch-Brite. They are deep enough that you can see them, especially in the black. There's a lot of swirl marks in it now, so I'm interested to see if this stuff will fill that in and create a smooth shine, or if you'll be able to see those scratch marks through the paint. So that is my biggest concern. But it's exactly what they said to do. It is an entire kit that you buy. So I got the Scotch-Brite and everything straight from Poppy's patina, and I followed their instructions. So we will see, hopefully how good it works, and I'll let you guys know that as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this chrome. I'm gonna start putting some light coats on the bumper to clear it up. In the meantime, I'm gonna start wiping down the truck. Hopefully once we get it all wiped down, we'll mix this stuff up and we'll go to town. Alright guys, we're getting ready to mix up our Poppy's patina. So I've got the clear coat. It says shake well, so we shook it. And then we've got our clear catalyst here. It says this catalyst mixes into it just to give it resistance for oxidation, if you spill fuel on it, stuff like that. So it basically just makes the clear coat harder. So we've got everything shook up, and you're supposed to mix it in an 8-to-1 ratio. We have the gloss finish. They also make a matte finish. If you would like a satin finish on your vehicle, you're supposed to get 1 bottle of gloss, 1 bottle of matte, mix those half and half, and then do the exact same 8-to-1 ratio. So I've got a little measuring cup here. So we're gonna start with half of this jug. It says that one 32-ounce container will cover an entire long bed C10, and all we're doing is the cab of this old Chevrolet pickup truck. So we're just gonna go ahead and start with half of it and see how far that gets us. I feel pretty confident we're gonna have more than enough. But now that we're all shook up, we'll go ahead and get it put in our little mixing pail here. And the great thing about having a grandpa with millions of useless items in his garage, we found this sweet little I don't know, it looks like maybe a popcorn kind of tin can. So got that cleaned out, and that is going to be our mixing pail. Let's pop this open without spilling it. There we go. So to make our 8-to-1 ratio, we're gonna do 8 ounces twice. That's gonna give us 16. And then we're gonna go 2 ounces of our catalyst. Wow. Whew. That stuff is, holy cow. You definitely don't want to be snorting that all day long, let me tell you. It puts that old lead-based paint to shame. Holy cow, that's strong. All right, so we're gonna go up to 2 ounces with our catalyst here. So we used exactly half of both products. So we have another half left over if we need it. Now if that's all mixed, we'll take our trusty stirring stick, AKA flathead. Make sure it's nice and clean. Let's go ahead and get it mixed up. So this stuff is definitely watered down compared to regular paint. It's definitely liquid. It almost looks like a just like a spray-on type of wax. But you know, they do say you can do multiple coats. So the shinier you want it, the more coats you can do, which I guess would simulate doing multiple clear coats if you're spraying it. You can spray this product as well, but I think most people that buy it are buying it for the aspect of wiping it on. I don't believe a lot of people are going to be spraying this stuff, but you do have that option. So we've got our product here. We've got our applicator pad. It says to blow it off with a rag to remove loose fibers. What I did was take masking tape and taped it and then ripped the tape off. That makes sure you pull all of the hairs out of it, so we should be good to go there. Then the next thing you do is we'll just stick it in there, we'll soak it, get it dripping, and we're just gonna start running and see what happens. So I'll get the camera reset up, get you guys in an area that you can see what's going on, and we'll see what happens. All right guys, so that turned out much better than I had originally anticipated. That stuff definitely is a paint. As we were working it, it was dripping in a couple places, so you need to watch out for that if you're doing this to your own vehicles. If you don't have massive running boards like this old 46, then you probably don't have to worry about it as much. But as you're gliding across, that sponge it'll tend to drip like as you squish the stuff out, so I had to watch out for that. Luckily, if I caught it, I just went back over it, just gave it a quick wipe, and we were good to go. If you have an older vehicle like this where the paint is fading, which is most likely what you have, over the pinstripe here, the blue was starting to fade off, just like it did when we washed it. So I guess at this point, like the paint is just getting to that stage where it's not really sticking, that top coat kept peeling off, and I had blue dripping onto the white pinstripe. So what I ended up doing was finishing out the blue, and then flipping the applicator pad over to the clean side, and then I just ran one bead straight across the white, and that took off the blue, it cleaned up the white, coated everything, and pretty much got it good to go. So the black shined up nice. As of right now, I cannot see any of the swirl marks from the Scotch-Brite, so that answers that question. It did fill it in nice and smooth. The blue hood, where the paint is the worst, and it's starting to already crack and stuff, I can tell as it's drying, there's some flat looking areas. I'm interested to see though if I put a second coat over the hood, if that would bring the shine out any farther. I assume that it would, because the first coat would kind of seal it and soak into the cracks, and then hopefully the second coat would glide over smoother. But the spots where the paint was in decent shape, I mean, I think it looks probably better than it did the day it got painted. So I'm super excited with the result. Papi's Patina, as of right now, I am blown away. So we'll give it a day to dry, and hopefully it'll stay this way. If it does, I'm all about it. If it dries a little bit different, I'll let you guys know. But as of right now, I mean, this thing is coming together and it looks fantastic. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed this portion of the project. I'll see you in the next part.